Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. How's my hair today? Is this better than yesterday? You guys. Anyway, people were going nuts yesterday over my hairdo, but I think we got some other things to talk about today. So this is my post-market wrap-up on this Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. Let's start off with just getting the nonsense out of the way. I got so much to talk about, 2 pages of stuff. Okay, so the market, what did it do today? We had a gain with the S&P 500, a gain with the Nasdaq. Dow finished relatively flat. We're talking about a tiny loss today. The debt market, people, it's happening again, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do about it. Bond market selling off, yields rising, 10-year yield higher, relative strength of the dollar high. Every time that we have seen this lately, when it looks like things are about to roll over and we get warnings from Goldman Sachs about the S&P 500 having a significant drop, it just doesn't happen. I mean, the cavalry just kind of marches in here. It's going to be, again, tomorrow, early next week. Let's see what they do. Thank you, Mitch. With regard to propping up the debt market, are they done? Do we believe? Here's the first question while we're sitting here live. The first question is, do you believe the Fed is going to allow this debt market to implode right now? Keeping in mind that we're in a Joe Biden-Stein freak show, re-election campaign. I don't think so. I don't think they're ready. I believe more than likely we're going to see exactly, not yet, Big Rick. I think you're nailing it. We're going to see, just a miracle occur. A miracle is going to happen. What am I talking about? A miraculous drop in bond yields, and the MMRI will drop along with that. Can someone here check the MMRI for me? I think it's like 242, I believe. So risk is rising here, and the market really isn't too happy about it. But we'll see where this goes. You got cryptocurrencies today catching a bid. Gold and silver 241.5 on the MMRI. Thank you, Magic Mika. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. So we'll see. What are they going to do? Thank you, Christopher. Is it going to drop? We've been all over the place with the 10-year yield as of late, and clearly this is a sign that things are not stable. But when you have a central bank hell-bent on keeping the stock market propped up like this, nothing else matters anymore. I mean, for all of you out here that know how to read a technical chart, just when it looks like this is going to roll over, the cavalry comes in again, and just, the plunge protection teams, the debt buying, it's an incredible thing. It's managed. This is a managed market. There's no resemblance of anything real whatsoever going on here. Completely out of control. So as I was saying here, crypto's catching a bid, gold and silver falling under pressure. Imagine my shock here. Crude oil getting decimated. Why did crude oil get decimated? Because the bad economic news worldwide just continues to go on and on and on. The global economy, people, look, I've said this a million times, it's just done. Okay, life support isn't even working. It's actually being taken away as central banks are hell-bent again here on destroying the middle class, wiping out small businesses here in this charade that they're raising rates because they want to control inflation. It has nothing to do with it. Nothing at all, and nobody knows that better than you do. It's with the Bank of England, today. We're aggressively and meanwhile, inflation's raging out of control. They can't stop it. You see, there's no central banker around this world, not the Ghoul, not freaking Lex Luthor or the freaking chair himself, or any central banker who's going to tell people that they can't stop what's coming here with regard to inflation continuing to rise out of control. They have been collectively, central banks, think about what I'm telling you here, pumping the world full of more debt since the last meltdown in 2008, that they want us to believe that by incrementally raising rates, inflation is just going to go away. You see, this is the tale that has been sold to you, me, and everybody else, and it seems that our freak show representatives around the world, especially here in the United States, they're buying it because, of course, they don't work for you and me. They work for the central banks, period. You know that. Drives me out of my mind here. Talking about lies from central bankers. So we had a lot more testimony from vomitous mess today. I'm talking about Powell. Powell, if you recall, yesterday, his exact words, and they're always the same, is the economy is expanding at a moderate pace. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Dell. It's expanding at a moderate pace. We're doing great. But meanwhile, today, right out of the Federal Reserve, they're admitting that the economy is sluggish. It's sluggish. It's like a slug. Are you kidding me? But again, where's the accountability here? Out of its freaking mouth, it tells us we're doing great. But then right out of their own data, oh, well, hold on a minute. The next day, we're not doing so good. Make it up. Make any of this stuff up here. Now, on the economic front, existing home prices have now fallen by their largest margin since the Great Recession here. Jobless claims continue to rise. Okay, imagine my shock here. They're killing the economy by destroying the consumer. And this issue with real estate, especially commercial, wait till that starts really rearing its ugly head. Now, here's something else that's just so interesting. Are you ready for this one? Look, I can imagine what your shocked face is going to look like. Shocked? No. Here. Every single leading economic indicator continues to drop. This is 14 straight months, people. But you knew this. You knew this before anybody because I've been outlining this view. We have discussed it right here over and over and over and over again. It's not going to stop. And the biggest clue, I think it's in our freaking face here, is the yield curve itself. People, do you realize what I'm talking about? When you have a yield curve that's inverted, like what we have today, look back on history. If you don't believe me, Greg Mannarino, this is clearly a sign that our economy is cratering, not just here in the United States, but around the freaking world. The economy is in free fall. And it's only going to get worse here. It's not going to get any better as central banks are dismantling the current system. But you're not allowed to know that so they can issue in their new system. They're taking this one apart. The grand finale of this entire thing is going to be the meltdown of all meltdowns in the debt market. And that, of course, is going to wipe out stock markets around the world. You want to talk about a Great Depression? The last Great Depression is going to look like a walk through Central Park in New York eating a lovely ice cream cone. You want to see what it looks like? That's what it's going to look like. But people are going to be so blindsided by this because, again, the lies, the distractions, the deceptions, the look here's, the don't look there. They have no idea what to do with themselves, people, in this kind of an environment. It's just so sick, man. Here, this is a headline. The global economy is deteriorating faster than expected. Faster than expected by who? You and me. We're clear on this. We have been clear on this for I don't know how freaking long. But meanwhile, the lies, Powell, oh, we're doing great. We're going to get us. Our president is crossing his. How do you feel? Let's talk for a moment a little bit, okay, before I get all crazy here, okay? How do you feel knowing that our thing sitting behind the Resolute desk right now, it's not even human, it's whatever it is over there, is crossing his fingers, hoping that the Federal Reserve can give us a soft landing with regard to the economy. Oh, but I thought it was his economy. Oh, yeah, it's his economic policies that are driving us into the ground. No, it's the central banks who run it all. I just did an interview with Liberty and Finance where we covered all this. I hope you catch that. I put a link to that out in my newsletter to everybody. I'll tell you something else, just real quick. These kinds, and please don't take my word for what I'm about to tell you. And I'm not fear-mongering or anything like that. But when you have history has told us when we have an economic situation like this, where the global economy is contracting at its fastest pace ever, what does it invariably lead to? War. Exactly. When all else fails, they take us to war. Thanks again, Mitch. That's the truth. Okay. Gerald, my fantastic friend, I love the guy, and I hope all of you do too. I can't tell you how Gerald Celente to me is a freaking hero. All right. I started watching Gerald so many years ago, and I was like, this is a guy who gets it. And in many ways, me and Gerald talk all the time. I've told him, I've said, Gerald, you're the reason. This is the truth. Gerald Celente is the reason, one of the reasons why I got out here and started talking about all this stuff. Um, Anyways, a good guy. He gets bent out of shape like me because he cares. You understand? Anyway, it's true. Joe Salente is the man. Thank you, Perry. Anyway, I think pretty much we've covered everything that we need to, people. It's just so sick to me. But again, look, this is all well and good, and it's beautiful and it's perfect. What are we going to do about all this? Are we going to sit here and just carry on about it? No, no, no. We're taking action. They want to play their games with commodities. They want to play their games with precious metals. Lovely, lovely, and more freaking lovely. People say, oh, Greg is a pusher. Greg pushes silver. Why pushing it on? I'm telling people my opinion. I believe with every fiber of my being that precious metals, especially silver, are the most undervalued on the freaking planet. Okay. And I just look at a couple of stinking, stupid metrics: Dow gold ratio, gold silver ratio. And that's pretty much it. We don't know where the bottom is in this market. All we do know is this market is in la la land, beyond any freaking la la land that we've ever seen in the history of the world. And this is going to continue on. That's for how many years? For 10 years, more so, we've covered here. Again, some of you have been with me that long. Debts and deficits are going to continue to balloon out of control. The economy was going to free fall. Everything we've outlined pretty much is in our face right now. Thank you, Christopher. It's so sick to me. But, look, we've been ahead of the curve. We know what we're doing. We know why we're doing it. And that's really what this is all about. Since 2015. Wow, thank you. I mean, Big Rick, you're great, man. You're awesome. You're all awesome here. Everyone's with me, all my friends. I love all you guys for being here with me, your support. Let me tell you something, Geo Ryder. If me and Gerald could actually run this place, we would change the world. Let me tell you that. Gerald and I actually care about people. We really do. And that's why both of us get so freaking bent up. Gerald and I, both of us, I'm telling you, we're on the edge of a freaking cardiac arrest. This stuff is out of control. It really gets to us all. But at least I said, look, we're a family. We're taking action. We got each other's back. And that's where we're at, people, honestly. All right. With that said, please, thank you. Thanks again for these thumbs up. I only got 346,000 people here right now live. We can improve that a little bit. I know we can. These thumbs up, I can't tell you how valuable they are. I tell you every day how, YouTube, their little algorithm, it reads those thumbs up. If we get a lot of thumbs up, they allow the video to be seen. If we don't get a lot of thumbs up, then, look, it's up to you guys and girls. You want the stuff out there that's, please just, those thumbs up, as they say, are so valuable. Please comment. Your comments are valuable, at least to me. I read through them. I may not respond. I look at them. I ponder what you say. And a lot of what I say or what I think about I want to cover is from you guys. Thanks again, Mitch. I read the comments, say, you know what, these issues are important. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Fed now. People, look, they got this whole thing cornered. We're just living in the side effect of what central banks have planned out decades ago. They want us to believe. Again, you got this thing, Powell, putrid, vomitous mass of it's not even human, okay, that they parade out before a congressional committee. It's a joke, honestly, because see, he's their boss. He answers to us. No. We have no representation at all anymore. Votes don't count. Nothing matters anymore. And there's no accountability at all. But, it's central. Eminon, exactly. I tell you, people, it's just so sick, man. It's the sickest thing. We are, as I was saying, living in the side effect of what they planned. That they want us to think this is real time. It is not real time. The Federal Reserve, they ponder what they're going to do from decades ago. Read The Creature from Jekyll Island. We have been warned repeatedly what's going on, how this would play out by our forefathers, what would happen if we allowed a central authority to control the money. We would all lose, and we are losing, people. We are losing in the only way the reason why we're not losing is because we have each other. That's it. That's it. If when this whole thing is coming down around us, it really, really is, and it's getting worse every single freaking day. People say, "Oh, where's the meltdown? Where's the crash?" You're in it. You see, people are distracted. They think just because the stock market continues to go higher, that the economy is fantastic. This is a ploy that has been used by many presidents and many representatives. Oh, the economy is great, and you can tell because the stock market's high. No, there's no connection here. You remember this? The gap, I've been telling you, it's going to get wider. Remember the stock market here and the economy, wider and wider. Right now, we're off the page. We're off the, am I sweating? Probably. We're off the freaking page. I tell you, man, absolutely crazy what we're seeing here, people. But again, we got it down. We know what we're doing. We know why we're doing it. I'm getting a headache. All right, people, look, before I stroke out, I'm going to get out of here. I love all of you from the heart. I mean that. We are a team. We are a family, and we got each other's backs. That's why we're not losing exactly. But, for the most part, people don't know. They don't get it. They don't know what's happening to them. They don't even know why it's happening. They sit there and they listen to the propaganda ministry and they think that it's real. They think that what they're being told is real. They don't question anything. They become zombified sheep being led to the freaking slaughter. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Mohammedan's creatures. Exactly. All right, people. Again, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the morning. We'll resume these festivities tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow, and we're going to get through another week here. All right. Love all of you. See you in the morning.